The top 5 things that come to mind that are different between the men's and the women's game are, number 1, obviously the net height. The guys play on a net height that is about a foot taller than the women. I think the biggest difference that our fans are going to see is the pace of the game. The guys' game is much faster, point ends much sooner. In the women's game, you see a lot of rallies. We are pretty much going to be serve, pass, set, kill. It's going to be very fast. You're also going to see on the men's side that the game is pretty much won and lost at the top of the net right there at the tape, as well as behind the service line. You're also going to see the guys have much more aggressive serves, but they also have a lot more service errors when it comes to how aggressive they can be behind that service line. So it typically keeps our games a lot closer, where you see a lot of serving runs on the women's side. The culture is not that much different. My standards always remain the same. However, how we do that and how we speak to one another and just the passion behind the game, it is different because of the pace, and I think we've reflected that in our culture. In practice, we've been focusing on the details, the fine print, everything that comes with being prepared for that very first match. I think we've also done a really good job of making sure our guys are prepared for the chaos moments. I work on that a lot in the women's gym. I don't want the first time we see chaos to be during a match. And so we've really made sure that the guys are ready for the normal pace of the game. You know, they've got all the basics down pat, but now it's really broadening that horizon into making sure that when those hustle plays arise, that Averett ends up on top, because we've practiced that and we're ready for that moment. Our team dynamic and makeup, they're a fun group. They are extremely spirited. They have a lot of personality. They keep me on my toes as a coach every morning. It's a great way to start my day. I think as we think about the makeup of the team when it comes to guys that were currently on campus when we announced the program and the guys that we've brought in, you're seeing a lot of leadership and a lot of Averett pride come from those that have already been here. They're really starting to lead the guys on the step forward of what this should look like. How do you make it through a full practice? How do you prepare for your season? What do you do in the off season? And the new guys are bringing in a lot of energy. They're excited. They want to be a part of something brand new. They've got the passion for the sport, and they're really bringing to the table that wealth of knowledge and making sure that the new guys are joining in, that they feel that they're a part of the team, but also making sure that there's a standard on how to get to that high level of volleyball as well. Our first true class of freshmen, we've got guys from all over. We have recruited from the UK, so we're international, which is awesome. And then we've also gotten guys from Hawaii. We've got New York, we've got Maryland, we've got Virginia. So we have really broadened our horizons. I think this group of guys that have come in are very dedicated, they're very focused, and they bring in a lot of different styles to the gym. So you're looking at guys that have come from very different backgrounds and all trying to mesh together here on the court, and I think it's going to create something special.